Okay, some highlights from today. OLED, he had the gap up on Friday, and it was grinding down really all day Friday. Sometimes that happens on a strong gap. Shorts get a hold of it, and there's just no bounce at all. But today it came out of the gate pretty strong, and then had this nice tight base right at the 8-period moving average 5-minute candles. And so I called it long just over this base, 33.61 if it got there. Worst case stop below this base about 30 cents, and there's the trigger. Another little flag, and the next thing you know, we're actually challenging the high of the day, and actually got through the high of the day. So from 33.61 went to 34.55, almost a buck on 30 cents risk. CLF, couple great calls by B Turk today, by the way, one of our all-stars. CLF was cranking this morning, and let me slide the daily over on a smaller version. You see that purple line? That's the 200-day. And as it was climbing, it's already had a couple big days up. And so B-Turk was all over this knowing it was hitting right around that 26 area, 25.90. Knowing it was hitting the 200-day, he was looking for a reversal and called a short in this for the room at 25.88. Stop at the high of the day, which was just a little over, right around a dime. And from 25.88, this thing ended up closing near its lows of the day. Fell to 24.33, so over a $1.50 move on about a dime risk. B-Turk's pretty good at that. He also called Broadcom. Now this is a weird looking chart because he had this errant tick, so you can't really see. But he basically called it, if you could ignore this, and then these candles wouldn't be so compressed. But he basically called it over this little base, 25.84, about a dime stop, and then there's the trigger, and ended up going again because it's all compressed because of that errant tick. I don't know how to get that off my chart. It did go to 26.40, so almost 60 cents on less than a dime risk too. So that's the highlights I have from today. There were other calls. Most of them worked, just not necessarily worthy of a wrap-up video. So pretty decent day. I'm going to quit babbling, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.